I think girls can relate to this. A lot of times when you do not want to get ready and stuff, you just wear your glasses because they cover like half your face. So then you're just like, you look good irrespective because you have your glasses on.
A lot of awareness around blue light, right? So I don't think we've covered that. So blue cut lenses are something that is very important. And what I would like to highlight today is that this is a very big myth.
Even if you see all your runway models, they're not exactly wearing the most stylish or trendy glasses, but rather they're going for the classic ones, right? If you see Bella Hadid, she's always wearing those tiny rectangular glasses because that's her thing, that suits her face.
But still, sometimes I wear glass on glass. Like if I go to a movie, that 3D glass we put two glasses at once. That I do. It's extremely uncomfortable.
Let's break one of the myths that I think everyone has, that as you go more for an expensive lens, you get better quality, and that is not true.
Welcome back to the Consumer Show. Today we are getting into the eyewear. We're gonna explore what eyewear they choose, why do they choose, and how eyewear is an integral part of their daily lifestyle. Today we have two guests, one who has, like, I consider as a premium, one who has a budget friendly. So let's deep dive into their daily choices of eyewear. So hi, you can introduce yourself and tell us what eyewear brand you use, why you choose, and since when you have been using it.
Hi, I'm Mahima, and I've been using glasses since 7th grade, but I switched to luxury I think around 10 years ago. Right now I'm wearing Versace glasses.
Okay.
And I've been using them for 3 years now, 2.5, 3.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Akshaya, and I've been actually wearing glasses pretty much my whole life since I was like 3 years old. I kind of had like really high power when I was born. Yeah, I've been experimenting with almost all brands of glasses from luxury to like budget. But given how often I drop things, I think budget friendly is the better option. So the current one I'm wearing is from Titan Eye Plus, and yeah, this is the frame that I prefer the most, and I think I will continue wearing the same for a few years to go.
Oh, so kind of a loyal. So you said since 7th and you since 3rd.
3 years old.
Since 3 years old. Oh,
not
okay, 3 years old. So like, I just want to know first thing, like first when you first started wearing it, like somebody from your parents or like someone, your neighbors or someone might suggest it. So from there to till now, so how many brands have you tried?
I've tried 4 brands.
Oh, okay, only 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I started with Titan because I was in 7th grade, clumsy kid.
Doctor suggested?
Yeah,
Okay.
doctor suggested, so got that. And then I switched to Burberry for a while, then Giorgio Armani for a while, and now I have these.
So
No.
how come your discovery into a luxury got into?
A random thing actually, I just went to one of the stores and then I was just trying out the designs. I wasn't really looking specifically for a luxury glass. Yeah, I liked the design and everything, and then I saw it was a Burberry glass. I was like, okay, I like it.
So you talk about design, right? Like so after you like grow up, you know what's the design, what's the aesthetics that fits in you. So how do you design? How do you judge the design of eyewear? Because it's more of necessity after a certain period, right? Like,
I would say, at least for me, what has worked are the classics. And I think when it comes to choosing an eyewear, the shape of your face makes a lot of difference. Although there are trendy glasses coming in every year, but I think you should always go for the ones that suits your face. I mean, even if you see all your runway models, they're not exactly wearing the most stylish or trendy glasses, but rather they're going for the classic ones, right? If you see Bella Hadid, she's always wearing those tiny rectangular glasses because that's her thing, that suits her face the best. Eyewear fashion, you should always go for what suits your face structure rather than what's trendy in the market.
so you choose, like, by what you said, like you choose fashion plus your necessity. You combine both and you judge the design on the basis of it.
So basically, you'll have to choose. Her face shape is different from mine, and your face shape is different, right? So based on everyone's face shape, there's like an ideal shape of eyewear. So I have a round face and I'm like kind of chubby. So I would wear a square glass to give it more structure. And if you had like a much more structured face, people would choose like a rounder glass or something. Like even Mahima glasses are very rectangle.
Yeah, I went for the circular ones.
Yeah.
And I look like Harry Potter. Not kidding, it was bad.
Exactly.
So
this gives you that cut in your face, which gives you the nice contoured structure actually.
yeah. So I think it depends on your face structure.
Yeah.
So like
That's what I would suggest.
okay, so from first you look at the design, then you look at like whether the design is like suiting your face structure or not, and then you look at like what brand or quality or the.
No, I mean if I had to prioritize, then I would prioritize quality over everything else. Like think about luxury
In quality, what
glasses.
do you see exactly?
This one's easy on my face, as in I don't feel like I'm wearing a glass, it's very lightweight. And another thing is it does not make a dent
Mark
on
on-
your nose,
yeah.
because a lot of glasses do. This one doesn't.
Yeah.
And although it's very light, it's also sturdy. Like all my glasses, although I've switched to 3 brands now, but if I go back to my Burberry, I still have it, and it's just good as new. Like I can still use it. I can change the
Why
power.
don't you use it regularly?
Why don't I use what regular?
The first brand which you have mentioned.
Yeah. I just wanted to change because I wanted to change of design.
Okay.
But it's there at home. It's still my spare glasses. So every time my power changes, I change the lens. But the frames are still pretty good. So I think that's a big win for a luxury eyewear, right? Because the quality is amazing.
Okay. So you, like coming to you, you said like you have tried multiple things.
Yeah.
How many? Like
I think I've tried at least 5 to 6 brands easily, because over the course of my life I've been wearing a different kind of glass, different style of glass. So yeah, I've tried Tommy Hilfiger. I've tried Tommy Hilfiger for a long time, and then I switched to Titan because I didn't really see a big difference in how quality wise how that frame looked versus how the Titan frame looked. The Tommy Hilfiger one I loved because it was kind of rectangular, but it was a little bit rounded. I just like the shape more than the brand. So I just found a similar shape for like, that was 20,000 ka frame, 22,000 frame. This is like 2,000 or 1,200. It did not add up to me to buy that. I felt the same, so I just ended up buying it. So I've continued with Titan Eye Plus after that.
okay, so you talked about frame, right? Like so,
Yeah.
there's an aspect like you change the lens, but you don't change the frames. So
Yeah.
how frequently you do that?
So that aspect doesn't apply to me actually.
Okay.
Because my power is on the higher side, and so these glasses, right, these are very ultra thin, a particular refractive index ka lens this is. If you want it to be this thin at my power, it will not happen. So every time I get my power changed, and let's say even if it increases by 0.5, the lens is made again, and the frame is also made again, because that is fit exactly the lens which is made. So mine ends up being every time new only.
Okay. So like, is it like lens are the like important part of it?
Yes.
But you give more importance to the frame or else the lens? Do you both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
How
like-
do you judge that like lens and the frame, like they are two different parts, right? Like
I mean, for me, at least I have a power. So a person who has power, it's just eye care is just as important, because
it's
just
a necessity.
it's a necessity,
Yeah.
right? So then I see it as a good investment, investing in a good frame and good lens, because I'm wearing it 24/7 more or less. Even in the lens segment, I would go for the premium segment rather than just any segment, because you don't get headaches, and it's again the visibility is better. You get the UV protection and you get all those things.
So do you check all those aspects while you're buying?
Right, yeah, definitely.
How do you discover the new brands? If you want to change it to another frame or else other brand, how do you discover? Do you go to the retail store, or else do you discover online and then you go to the retail store?
I've always been going to the retail stores because I like to try them on. Like I said, right, because it might look good on this shelf, but when I wear it, if it does not suit me, then I'm not gonna buy it, no matter how pretty that eyewear is. So I prefer going to the retail store, trying them on, and then buying it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You?
Even I like going to the retail store, any shop, but the problem is sometimes, let's say I take off my glass, right, and then you have a sample frame there that has no power in it. So you will just be putting on a frame with no power. I can't see myself properly to see how this looks. So it's usually me taking selfies of me and then putting on my actual glass and seeing does this look good or not. Because see, my power is definitely about around 8, right? So I can't see if the glass is off, and then it's gonna be a problem to even see if that new frame is good. So that is a little bit of a cumbersome process. So that's why I like ordering online sometimes, because at the comfort of my home I sit and see, instead of people being like, okay, what's happening?
So there's also another aspect, like, you know, when people look at eyewear, they mostly refer to, like, you know, their images, like they do a lot of image check and all.
Yes.
So how many trials you do before buying any one frame or one design?
I think that depends on the availability in the store. Like there are like really good designs, like say 10 designs, then I'm ready to try 10 of them because I do wear it for a long time.
And how do you rate the designs?
Whatever looks best on her face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know if I'm going for the premium segment, then I know all of them more or less have or provide similar quality. And then the lens segment is completely different. Like you're just choosing the frames, right? So while choosing the frames, I'll just go for whatever is looking good on me. And whatever I know is, I like to stick to the classics, like not much on trends when it comes to eyewear.
Why only classics, not much on the trends?
One, because they go with everything, and second, because trends are like, you know, they change every 6 months. So then the classics are classics. I've always been the
Fan of classics.
yeah, I just like going for the low-key simple things. Yeah.
You?
Yeah, same as classics. The first reason is because the lens inside the frame is 25k, because to get it that ultra thin refractive index, this my particular lens is 25. I can't keep on, if I buy a frame that's trendy and it doesn't look good with everything, that's a 25k down the drain.
Yeah.
So I'd rather stick with a frame that looks good in like Western clothes, Indian clothes, looks fine, rather than something weird and trendy which I'm going to wear once. Not at that income bracket yet.
So, and also, like, one interesting part, colors. Like before we like wouldn't have any colors, much colors available. Now we have a lot of colors. Like, you know, people started wearing yellow. I can see a lot of, even in a room I have seen a lot of people wearing yellow. And other, like, some people wear red, like dark things.
And this one is kind of maroonish red.
So how do you see, like, even you have a different color, so how much
Mine's
color
brown.
decides your buying decision?
I would again suggest, because I said classics, I'm gonna
In
go
classic,
for,
like, what are the designs you regularly prefer to? Like
Designs
design,
or
no,
color?
color, sorry.
I think brown, black with like a hint of gold. That's my go-to design usually, and I feel like
Why does like lot of, I have seen a lot of luxury brands like brown, black and tint of gold specific. Does
other
it
than that,
seem
they have
luxury?
whites. Like I think there aren't too funky designs as such. At least I haven't come across many funky designs for
In luxury.
yeah, for
Premium eyewear, yeah.
for sunglasses they do, but not for eyewear. Yeah.
Okay. You?
I think that since the glass is on me 24/7 from the time I wake up to the time I sleep, I can't go crazy with some weird designs, because we're also working, a lot of us are working and we're doing professional stuff, right? So I think something that blends in and doesn't stand out too much. I don't want people being like, oh, your orange glass looks so nice today.
Yeah, I mean that's again utility, right?
Yeah.
If you're spending so much and then you can only use it twice a year because it's not going with anything else, or it's inappropriate at workplace, then you wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
And how much eyewear frames are integral part of your lifestyle?
Huge, I would say. Like again, just like her, I'm wearing glasses at all times. I think girls can relate to this. A lot of times when you do not want to get ready and stuff, you just wear your glasses because they cover like half your face. So then you're just like, you look good irrespective because you have your glasses on.
Okay.
Yeah. That's been an advantage for me at least.
But apart from this, do you also have another sunglasses or another glasses where you go where you wear while going out?
Yeah, of course.
So how many pairs you have exactly?
Oh, sunglasses.
Sunglasses as well as your necessity glasses.
Okay, I'm gonna have to count. I have a lot of sunglasses because sort of like wearing them.
You can also count yours. And
I have 0 sunglasses.
So you don't even wear any sunglasses?
So if I have to wear a sunglass, I need a power sunglass, no? Because I can't see without my actual glass.
So you don't even prefer?
You
I
have the
used,
UV protection.
that's there in this glass
lens.
only. I don't. I'm not gonna. I wanted to, but then I'd have to see just as well through the sunglass as I can see through this, so that I'm fatally fall
So you don't
off.
even prefer wearing any sunglasses?
Not really. I'm from Chennai. Nothing is hot enough for me.
So how many you have done count?
I think around 7,
Okay.
including these, but yeah, 7.
Okay. How much you are willing to spend on a new frame if you want to renew the new frame on lens? You said like 25k. Lens it differs like on your
Yeah.
power and all.
Yeah.
On a frame, how much are you willing to spend?
At this point, since I'm happy with a frame that's cost 2k and it's serving my purpose well, I don't think anything about 3 to 4k is not gonna work
That's
unless
too
it
good.
magically looks amazing on me, and then I'll
So
consider.
what if someone suggests you if it looks amazing, how much you're willing to pay?
I am not someone who get influenced. I have to convince myself. She said she tries on 10 frames, right? I tried on 45 before I picked this one. I'll convince myself it looks good.
Okay. What about you? Like how much are you willing to pay?
Now I've gotten accustomed to these luxury eyewear, so I'd probably go for a luxury ones. So I think only for the frames around 30 to 35.
Okay. I think a luxury, a premium, does it start from 30 to 35?
No. There are quite a few that starts at around 20 also.
Okay. You're willing to pay
15 to
35 is the
20,
last
yeah.
price you want to pay for the premium?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
For now, yeah.
And what's the most expensive thing you have? Expensive sunglass or else frame you have?
Sunglasses, I would say, I don't know if it counts, it was a gift from mom. A pair of LV shades, yeah. I think they're the most expensive.
Okay. Have you ever regretted by buying a frame, and from which brand you have bought it?
Yeah, so it's not because of the quality. The quality was amazing. It's still my backup glass, but these Giorgio Armani ones, I bought them because back then, I think this was 2018 or something, these round glasses were really in trend. So I bought them and I did not look nice. I told you I looked
So
like
that's when
Harry
you
Potter.
realized,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and I was just, I mean, I wore it for 2 years because I'd spent a good amount of money on it. But then I immediately changed. That is when I realized that I need to stick to what suits my face rather than just stick with the trend. So, yeah, that's probably I could have
Realization.
skipped buying that glass. That was not a good investment.
Your part?
No, I don't
You
know.
never regretted?
No.
That's a good
I would
choice.
have to change my frame, right? I've always had the same shape. You can go back to 2013 ka Instagram post is the same thing. The last 10 years, the shape hasn't changed. Maybe the brand has changed. So yeah, I have no regrets.
Which brand you have been using like more than 5 years, 4 years?
I used Tommy Hilfiger for 6 years.
Okay.
Almost from 2013-14 till like very recently, COVID time. I think.
What made you
2020.
switch?
Because like I said, I found the same shape, same look in Titan Plus for 1,200. Did not make sense.
So the
to
cost
anybody.
made you change?
Yeah, I have no reason to pay extra 15,000, right? And Tommy Hilfiger ka logo is so small, no one gonna see it. It's fine.
Like one thing, does logo on the frame impacts a lot on your decision making?
Not really for me. I think I just.
But
She says
your
as
frames
the
does
Sushi logo is so big.
yeah.
This one does. This one has,
Uh-huh.
but the other two didn't. The Burberry was this just plain red with the black.
But it doesn't matter.
For me it doesn't. I think for me because I said I like the quality and then the design. The design being not that it has to be out there that it's Burberry, but rather like how the design is, like the shape of the glass or some design on the
Okay.
lens, but nothing. I mean, it's not important as such for me.
Okay.
But usually the wear will either have the logo, like this one does have a logo, or they have something written. They usually do, but I wouldn't say that's like a decision making, make or break for me.
The same question, like which brand you have been using more than 5 years?
I don't think I have. I like to change every 3 years.
Okay.
Then
You
I-
want a new upgrade version?
Yeah. I change after 3 years, ideally.
Okay.
Yeah. But lenses I change every 1.5 years because the power changes. So every time I get a checkup done, then I have to go back and change my lenses. But frames for 3.5 years. Easy.
Okay. Is there any purchase you have done just to look good in an eyewear? Just to look good?
No, I haven't done that. Like sunglasses are purely like, you know, I would say it's a 50-50 of it looks nice and also the utility. But when it comes to glasses, I know I have to use it, so just have to wear, you know, might as well buy something that I'm going to use, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this looks good, and that was the one investment.
Okay. So like if you want just one segment, if you want to pitch if you want to pitch her one brand, which brand will you pitch her, and how can you convert her into a premium buyer?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to pitch it to her.
Yeah. So hard. Any convincing point you pick up.
She just said that she's not someone who is gullible.
But like I'm asking you, you being a loyal consumer of like, you know, this premium quality over the price, right? Like,
Right. I would pitch Tom Ford because they have these very neat designs. They're not too out there, and a lot of Tom Ford frames are rectangular, and these black ones sort of. I feel like that's sort of your choice.
Yeah.
And why you should buy them? They're easy on your face. They are very fashionable. You can just wear them with anything and everything, more or less. They
do
are,
they suit her face structure?
yeah, that's why I said Tom Ford, because a lot
do
of
a
their
lot of
glasses are like rectangular.
Rectangle. Okay, similar type.
Two of
Yeah.
the ones I'm wearing.
Very
Okay.
neat designs, so that's something I feel you would like. And you can use them for years together without worrying about changing them every now and then, because that sort of takes up a lot of your time because you're trying 45 frames. You said. So you
I
choose.
still have to change even if I buy Tom Ford. When the lens changes, the frame has to
No,
change.
exactly right.
Yeah.
You don't have to change the.
No, the older frame won't suit the lens that's made for me. Every time I change my lens, my frame has to change. At that level of power, as far as my experience has been, that's one of the reasons I don't buy it.
I think with this you can accommodate more than one lenses.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. So again, a good investment.
Yeah.
And what's the price?
30, around 30 to 35.
Have you convinced?
No.
Salesperson.
Scripted, like
Yeah,
No,
we
no.
must, I mean, we can, we should actually, because that's how you'll get your best
it's
dialogues or
like
something.
90% authentic content. That's still good.
So this time we'll do different. Like, you know, you tried pitching her, right? Like that comes out like she's not convinced.
Yeah.
She'll still not be
Can you try her, like, you know, like buy budget friendly frames rather than going for over the expensive ones? And which one you are choosing?
I'll ask her a couple of questions before I pitch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So what do you like to do, Mahima?
What do I like to
Yeah,
do?
what do you like to spend money on?
Jewelry,
Okay.
handbags,
Okay.
shoes. Clothes.
Okay. All right. So what kind of clothes do you like? Do you like all denim, or do you like the vintage, dressy kind of clothes?
I like everything.
You like everything. So you like to
I
buy
just-
for
I
every
like-
season, right?
This should not go on record
not, let me-
ideally, but sort of a shopaholic, so I
Oh.
sort of shop a lot. So
So you-
I like experimenting that way.
You like experimenting that way, right? So that's good. So what if you could also experiment with your frames? So like you right now look amazing in the Versace glasses, there's no question. But you could also have like 3 to 4 frames which would go like with all sorts of your dresses. Like when you wear that kind of floor length gown like what Bella Hadid is wearing, you can wear the smaller glasses, the micro glasses. And when you're wearing all jeans, you could wear these kind of frames. And when you're going for an office, you could switch it up, right? And sure, you could buy 35,000 frames for every single one of those in the next 2 to 3 years. But for now, as a student, I think you could really try out like brands like Titan Eye Plus or even Lenskart, just so that it'll suit all of the different outfits you have and bring some sort of fun element to it. Yeah, and at your one frame of 30,000, I think you could afford like at least 6 to 7 frames which are, you know, of different style and which you can switch it up quite fast actually.
Okay.
And you could still have money to buy a new Zara outfit every week.
Okay.
Is it a convincing pitch?
I don't know. I don't think so, to be very honest. Because I don't like switching my glasses as, you know, like I
As
do
much
with
as
my
you like your
clothes
clothes.
and
Yeah, that's
stuff.
what you should try. You gotta try with one frame, try out a different style, see how it looks on you, see if the aesthetic is
But you
changing.
do try out before buying, right? So then
Yeah.
you know, at least for me, my this is how I go about it. I try out a few things and I'm like, okay, this one goes with a lot of my outfits. This one goes with a lot of
the other outfits.
Yeah. Like this one does go out with my outfits, and this is something that I like. This is suiting my face, and I would buy that so that I don't have to change it too many times. Like, I think that's the switch, or that's the trade-off that I'm making.
Got it. You could also buy many different ones, so you don't have to trade off, I'm saying, for the style. Yeah, depending on the clothes you wear, you could just switch it up. If you want like a yellow frame that day, you could pick up a yellow frame.
I never wear a yellow frame.
The sunshine aspect.
That's a good. It's a different segment of boys eyewear. So I see a lot of differences in the frame. So that's why I want to have a different. I always think like there's a different decision making in terms of men eyewear. So just introduce yourself and tell us what brand you use and since how many years or how much time you have been using them.
Hello, I'm Shivang. I'm currently using Off-White, and I recently bought this frame 3-4 months back. Before this I was using Armani, which I used for like 1.5 years approximately. Okay. I have that right now also, like it's a second frame that I have.
Since the childhood you have been using eyewear?
Yeah, since I think 6th or 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And since then, how many brands have you tried?
I would say I wasn't very brand conscious earlier. I used to wear affordable glasses when I was young, and mostly 3,000-4,000 or 2K, something like that. Actually, I started using luxury brands. It's a very funny story. I was working at Bain and they used to give us an allowance of like 20,000 for OPD claims and all. So I bought my first luxury glasses at that time.
And claimed it.
Yeah.
So like what made you purchase the luxury brands?
I think what my rationale was that this is something which we wear 24/7, and like we spend so much on sunshades and all, which we like wear maybe once in 1 month or like that. So that was my main rationale to spend so much. And obviously there are other aspects of it, like the quality, design, and the premium feel that you get by wearing such brands.
Okay, it's more of a statement for you to showcase your personality?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can introduce yourself and...
Yeah, hi, I'm Srikar. I've been using the spectacles from, I say, 2nd grade or 1st grade. Like, while I'm watching TV, one day I realized I'm not able to watch. So I went to the hospital, then I got my specs in. And as far as the brand is concerned, I'm not avid a brand person, kind of like I used to always purchase in the unorganized market in the local retail shops. Price is one of the main driver till my undergrad. The price is the main driver, and the funny thing about the spectacles is you can find the similar shape, similar size and similar specs in the different price ranges. You do your footwork in local shops, then you will definitely find. So that's what driven. And same thing that goes for Shivang also goes for me is the allowance part. While I was knowing this, I got around 36,000 allowance on the spectacles per year. Then I shifted to thoda costly area, and currently my spectacles I'm using is around 5,000, 6,000 around, like which I brought from Agarwal's.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an offline retail you choose.
Yeah, offline retail. All the time offline retail. I never pick the online thing because maybe I got so used to it. Maybe I want to feel it before I buy it. That was one of the main things which driven my purchase. That's why I always go to offline.
Okay. You?
Mostly offline only. I think, but now, especially at ISB, I really feel the need that you don't have so much time to actually go to a store and get new glasses. So if there was a good option, it could really help with a reliable one, wherein maybe some AR integration into the platform, wherein you could actually see how it would look on your face and something like that.
How much does a frame like an influence on your purchase decision?
Frame as in the design of the frame.
Yeah, design of the...
I think it's the major influencer on the purchase decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you judge it? Like what are the things you feel when you look at a frame? Does it do you look at your face structure? Because people look at how, like, face structure, does it suit?
I ask other people.
How does it looking on your face?
Yeah.
Okay. You?
Frame I decide by two things. One was thin or thick.
Okay.
So whichever I choose, like 50% will be thin, 50% will be thick, I'll just keep them out. If I decide to buy a thin frame, I'll put all the thick ones out. And the thin, I'll see color first, and then I'll select some 10. Then I'll start wearing them one by one.
Okay.
Then the filter comes in.
Okay.
Then I'll check the price. Like that's
Oh, okay.
that's how I go.
One thing interestingly, you said like you ask other people opinion how it's
Yeah,
looking out.
yeah.
So is it like how you're appearing is more important than how is comfortable?
Both are equally important for me actually. It is important for it to look good, right? There can be various options which are comfortable, but it should look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appearance is a bigger priority.
Yeah.
Okay. And colors, like which are the colors you frequently have chosen and have been using?
Should I? Yeah. So in school, I used to try different colors: blue sometimes, gray or metallic gray, sort of black and brown, etc. But for the last 3-4 years, I have been sticking to classic colors like this, black or some basic colors only. No, nothing too
Fancy.
Yeah.
Why?
I think it goes with my personality. I'm not a very
Fancy, funky.
kind of a person. Yeah.
With you?
Yeah, similar thing, and I used black for I guess around 17-18 years. Like I used black entire thing, and recently from 1-2 years I started using the silver, and I like light colors, black and light colors or any shade of combination of light. And I never went for sharp colors, and I want to look formal. That's what my main priority is, a formal look,
Okay.
not a funky look.
So one thing, like, do you change your eyewear according to your dressing style?
I do have like 2-3 frames, like two more apart from this, but I don't really change according to what I wear. Actually, to be very honest, I don't like to wear glasses. That's the reason I look for very classy and good quality glasses which will look good on me. So mostly when I have to go out or for a social gathering or sort of that thing, I prefer contact lenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
You?
There is one backup glass, just as a backup. No, I do not change the glasses according to the attire.
Okay. And what's a brand which you have been using more than 3 years, 2 years, and why?
As I said, I'm not a brand conscious guy.
But
Like,
you said you have been using the black color since
Yeah.
17 years.
Yeah.
Is it from the same brand or else like multiple brands?
No, it's from multiple brands.
Okay.
It's from multiple brands, multiple shops,
Okay.
multiple retailers.
So there's no regular pattern of buying. It's
No.
always like,
yeah.
something you went, you liked and you bought it. Okay.
I think 50% of product features will always be fixed in my mind before going to the retail or before exploring.
And how do you fix these features? Like
Uh,
as per your power test and all?
Yeah, power test is one of the major factors since I have farsightedness, hypermetropia, not much options because the glasses will be inevitably thick. And right now the market is also developing for the thin glasses because Nikon just launched 1.6 index glasses which were like absolutely thin, but it's freaking costly, like so much costly. That drove a major thing. Then I have to go for thick frames because the glasses are very thick. And thick frames, the product range is very, very less compared to thin frames. Thin frames are where styles kicks in and frameless glasses kicks in. All the features kicks in more in thin frames when compared to thick frames.
Okay.
What was the question?
You zoned out.
I was listening to him so carefully, I forgot what was the question.
What brand were you using more than 1 year, 2
acha,
years?
acha. I haven't used any brand for such a long time. So I told you I bought Armani. So I have that as a backup glass. So I sometimes wear it.
So
I bought that 2 years back.
So what made you directly get into the expensive ones?
I told you, right? The allowance.
No, apart from allowance, like.
Apart from that, I started earning. I
Okay.
think that was a driver for moving into the luxury segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also I'll ask, like, what's the highest willingness you want to pay for a eyewear frame? How much you are willing to pay?
Frame?
For a frame and the lens a whole, if you want to change the frame.
Frame not much. Like you can find frames in your affordable ranges at your featured frames. You can find it in your affordable ranges. The thing with hypermetropia glasses or any side glasses, that major part of price goes to lens. So when it comes
But
to
on the
lens,
frame, there's also branding matters. People also use as a branding. Are you also looking at it part?
no, because if you take the thin frames, you can't put logo. Even if you put logo, it is not visible.
Okay.
And you can
So
say
you'll not even consider any
No.
branding part, which is coming, which is comfortable to you, which is looking good. You take it up.
Yeah.
You?
My maximum willingness would be around 25 to 30,000.
Okay.
And for me, the brand matters. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
In a sense, like I know your brand matters because of your personality and all.
Yeah.
So have you also had have you bought any brand and you regretted later?
Actually, as I bought this recently,
Yeah.
there have been mixed views by people. Some people like it a lot on me, and some people tell me that I look very studious after wearing these.
Okay.
So
Does it affect your choice next time?
it might actually. Like
Okay.
I'm seeing how people are responding.
Okay.
For 1 or 2 more months,
Okay.
then I actually might consider, matlab, moving to another frame or something like that.
Okay. Apart from the regular eyewear which you wear, like for multiple occasions, like how many pairs of other sunglasses or other eyewears you have?
I have 2 sunglasses,
Okay.
but I don't like. I am not able to wear them a lot because they don't have power.
Okay.
So I need to wear contact lenses first to wear those glasses. But I actually found one solution for
Okay,
that
okay.
with these glasses. So I'll show you something.
Okay.
So I got this clip-on type of
Okay.
lens which I can put, and this is now a sunglass.
So it's functionality.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was another reason why I particularly bought this frame.
So you haven't got the same functionality in other brands?
There wasn't. Like
There
there
wasn't.
were only 2-3 in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Uh,
You
sun-
have any sunglasses?
Yeah, I have sunglasses, 2 pairs. Like one was Fast Track, other was Vincent Chase.
Mm-hmm.
I use sunglasses because I work in an industry which was open industry, like it's a oil and gas industry. So I have to wear the sunglasses because it will be 50 degrees centigrade and glare.
Okay.
So
Are they powered?
No, they are not powered.
Okay.
Since I have a farsightedness, so I can manage it.
Okay.
Somewhat I can manage it, but still sometimes I wear glass on glass. Like
Okay.
if I go to a movie, that 3D glass we put, right? Like
Okay.
2 glasses at once. That I
Okay.
do.
I
It's
can't
extremely
watch 3D
uncomfortable.
movies.
Okay.
Yeah, true, bro. It's extremely uncomfortable. It's very tough.
Okay. So like how like for sunglasses, how much are you willing to pay?
Similar only, like around 25 to 30.
And which brands you choose?
I have a Gucci glass
Okay.
that was around 27, 28.
Okay. What
Yeah.
made you buy Gucci?
I tried various options of like in this segment, and Gucci was something like the design was good of that particular glass. It was suiting my face and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You?
I brought 2 sunglasses, right? Like both are around 1,000 rupees only.
Okay.
Like a Fast Track, it can reduce UVC also. It was amazing glass. Like you won't feel even a small glare.
Mm-hmm.
That I got in around 900, 800 in Flipkart.
And what are the functionalities you choose? Like you check, verify before buying any glasses, even in premium as well as in a normal retail store.
Sunglasses. Mein.
No, in sunglasses as well as your eyewear.
Sunglasses, I'll see the glare reduction.
Okay.
That I'll go check it. Glare reduction is 1 and appearance is 2. Definitely for sunglasses. And for normal wear, 1 was comfort because we'll wear it for a long time. And second, frame thickness maybe. That I'll check it.
Yours?
So for both, appearance is the first factor. Then second will be comfort, for especially for these daily wear glasses. Comfort will be the second point. Then the quality and the design of it, and the feel that I get, the premium feel of the glass. These are the factors.
Okay. If you want to suggest him like one pair, any from expensive, which one will you suggest him and why?
Like daily wear or
Daily wear.
So daily wear, I would suggest an Armani frame because I think if you can go for Armani exchange, that is not at such an higher side. I think that an Armani frame would cost around 10 to 15,000.
Okay.
So you can go for that, and then you can start your luxury journey.
Why we have to choose only Armani? Why not others?
I know of Armani
Okay.
in that range.
Okay.
There might be other brands also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying for him to start, it's a good
yeah,
start.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And what are the specifications? He said like he looks at a glaze, and you said like other 2 pointers, right? Like,
Yeah,
For
like
daily wear, he said comfort. I think.
yeah.
for
Comfort.
daily wear it's comfort. For
Yeah.
sunglasses it's glare reduction.
So, from my own personal experience, when I had the Armani glasses, they were very lightweight. So
Oh,
they were very comfortable. That's why I suggested the Armani glasses.
Okay. Will you
But-
try?
But still, as I said, like whatever the feature you want, you can find it with
In a
our
local
brand.
app.
There are 2 points. Like one was features, other was brand.
Yeah.
Features, if you find it, brand will get diluted. That's how I perceive the spectacles. Like if you are able to find the same features in a lower brand, why I'll go for it? In thin frames, I can't even put a logo on it. So it doesn't matter.
So can
for
you
me.
find him the good same appearance one in a local retail and like make him buy?
Exactly. I can find these kind of glasses in Hyderabad. There is Kukatpalli market where extensive unorganized spectacles market will be there. We can go one day and you can
So
definitely find it.
will you try it, or else you only
I
go for
can.
the?
No, I am not so particular that I want luxury ones only.
Okay.
I can try those as well, but as additional ones, like as backup glasses or wearing for certain occasions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since his frame was thick frame
okay.
and brand logo appearance was matters on that frame, I
Okay.
think he might go for the branded frame.
So here we have a different segment. So here we have a cohort member who sells eyewear as a multiple eyewear brands. So I want to know a perspective of how she sees customers and what are the trends she has been observing since an ages, because a family has been doing the same business since ages. So hear it from her, and I'm hoping she breaks some myths of expensive as well as budget friendly. And let's you can start with your intro and give us some myth in the beginning.
Hi guys, so I'm Pratiti Khara. We have our own brand, The Gaze. We have an online website which sells luxury branded eyewear. And the one thing that we are doing differently is we are giving a bundle solution. And I hear everybody talk about frames, lenses together. And they do identify lens as a very critical component. And that's exactly where our expertise lies. I come from a family background of 30 plus years in manufacturing of lenses, which is where our expertise lies. So we have come up with a bundle solution where we are giving frames and sunglasses which are purely luxury and branded, and lenses which are from our own brand with which we are coming with our own expertise. So that is our USP. We are also coming up with a home try-on solution, which is also a very key requirement in luxury eyewear. Let's break one of the myths that I think everyone has, that as you go more for an expensive lens, you get better quality. And that is not true. It depends a lot on functionality. I'm not talking about frames, but purely about lenses. Like, people do spend much more on lenses, but that is something that I think retailers put it into a customer's mind that you need to spend that much, but that is not true. You do get the better set of lenses even at reasonable prices, depending on what you need it for. So that would be one myth that I would like to break.
What about a myth for her?
That is, I think, exactly what for her, because she spends, I think, 20-25K on lenses, but 3 to 4K on just frames.
Okay.
So I think that's very important for her to
Yeah,
know.
I
If she's a
think,
very price conscious customer, then she should go to the right set of retailers to get the right set of lenses. It's not required to spend such a huge
And
amount.
she said more of quality over price, quality over price.
Yeah.
You're saying there's no difference in the
No,
quality.
so I think she spoke more about the frame side of things, and that is true. Italian luxury, which you see in frames, cannot be replaced with your Indian brands, and we see that across all customers, just like her. So yeah, I don't think that is something that is untrue. So that is definitely true.
And also, can you give us what's the consumption have been in nowadays and how it changed, because you've been in the business list 3 decades, right?
Yeah.
So can you say on that part?
So it started with glass lenses, which is what we also used to manufacture early in the days, and now we do see plastic lenses come in. So that has been one key transition that has happened. There has also been a lot of awareness around blue light, right? So I don't think we've covered that. So blue cut lenses are something that is very important, and what I would like to highlight today is that this is a very big myth that when we were talking about cheaper lenses, what I would want to tell everybody is there are a lot of lenses out in the market which people promote as you can get it in 500 rupees. We also give lenses for free which have blue control, but that is not true. What you need is you need to cut out only the bad blue light. So there are 2 types of blue lights. There is good blue light and bad blue light, depending on the wavelength. So the good blue light is basically good for your sleep and normal things that should be there. So identify lenses which only cut out the bad blue light. So that is something also very important.
Do you look these aspects while you're buying?
blue light we
Yeah.
have considered, I think, and it's also advertised very widely now. Even sunscreen is now supposed to protect from blue light. So glasses also, the UV thing is there, and also my glasses also, they have that flash thing. So whenever someone takes a photo, and in olden some flashes, that flash will come and your eyes won't be visible through the photo.
Yeah.
So that is something
So
that's
that is
there in the
anti-glare.
lens. Anti-glare,
Yeah.
and that one is definitely there.
So
Apart
you
from
look
that,
at these
I
aspects
do
while
look
you're
at it
buying.
because I'm taking a lot of photos.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
you're spending a good amount
Yeah.
of money,
Okay.
as I was on lenses, probably will call Pratiti after next time I'm buying lenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you
Yeah.
know the differentiation between the good, the lens which are cutting good blue light and the
think
bad?
I feel like a big part of you making a decision is on the fact that you're a little vulnerable when you go to an eye store.
Okay.
You've just come out of the doctor's clinic and he's told you that you need glasses for so and so things. So then you go to an optical store and then they tell you this, they put out all these terms and then they tell you this is good. And then your first thing that comes to your mind is, I need to ensure that, my eyes are like the most important thing for you, right? So you're just like, let me put in that money so that everything is okay.
So
like,
the price
I
doesn't-
take utmost care of my eyes because
Okay.
Same.
you're writing, and now we have
Screen time.
major screen time. So you have 6 hours of screen time. You are barely sleeping. You are on the run. You are reading, you're writing and everything. So you want to make sure that you're using the right products, or you're using the right things to make sure that the load on your eye is less. So I think that sort of that sort of plays a role
Okay.
in making that sort of decision in buying something that expensive. Because I mean, now she's broken that myth. You as a customer wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that there's something called good and bad blue
Yeah.
light, and all.
Can you give any tip, like when they go next time?
Yeah.
Like what should they ask for any retailer?
You should definitely ask about the specification of every lens you are buying for. So, especially if you are going for a homegrown brand, say you mentioned Titan Eye or Lenskart.
Yep.
So, when you go, you have to ask them that if this is your homegrown brand, what are the wavelengths that this blue cut lens will avoid.
But the thing is that Titan also, right? The lens that I think we buy is not from Titan itself. I think that's from a different brand by itself, and they give you a proper brochure
Whichever
with
brand
like
you buy.
multiple
Yeah.
pages, right? And usme you go select all of these lights,
Correct.
blue light, glare, and even the how thin it needs to be, and based on that the price starts to change. I feel.
Correct.
So I am someone who wants very ultra thin.
So one question,
so it
basic
becomes
question,
like
if you
that.
want, if you want them to ask, what will be that one question?
I think asking that, is it the specifications only?
Okay.
the parameters.
So
I think that trend is now changing. We do see a lot of premiumization kicking in, not only in eyewear but in every segment. And eyewear is not only fashion but also healthcare. So people are very conscious of what they are wearing because they are wearing it like 24/7. So people do identify that, okay, I want to go for something that's good in quality.
why premium? Like why do you see this change in the consumers?
The per capita consumption is increasing. People have more income. So even our target segment is above 25 is primarily because people have that spending power. Once you have the spending power, you just want to upgrade. You're never going to go to a lower
we
brand
have
once
Shivang.
yeah, we have Shivang, we have Mahima. Like they would not go to once they have, say, she's wearing Versace, she's only going to go up and above from here. She's not going to go down to a Ray-Ban or a Tommy or a CK.
So you see a lot of premiumization happening.
Correct.
So do you think, like, do you want to pitch one premium brand and you want to make Akshaya to your premium? What will you pitch?
I think for Akshaya, I would start with something like a Armani, because that is in a very budget friendly, I would say premium and not pure luxury, so that could be a step up for her. And I would like to also tell her that wearing a glass for 6 years is not good for your eyes.
No, I'm not
The
wearing a glass for
coating
6 years.
Oh, I thought she said that
I've
you
been
wore.
wearing the same
frame for
and
6
size
Yeah.
for 6 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Different same brand with the different types of things. She
Yeah, I just
Okay.
buy the same thing again.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Ah.
So I think I would try to speak more about Armani for her, because one, it's also very classic. So it would be great for your work vibe as well as casual party, everything. It also is a little brand element to it, because you would also want to show some sort of statement to your personality. And it also has the clip-on facility that Shivang just showed. So I'm pretty sure that you can get two things in the same price, so that would be a great catch for her.
Here I have like a question on the sunglasses part, because like Srikar said he uses frequently sunglasses and he has some unique way of using sunglasses. So break a myth and give them an insight on the sunglasses.
On sunglasses, so it's not true that you wear sunglasses so less frequently. You should be wearing them more often, because they do protect your eyes from UV. Like you put sunscreen on your face every single time you step out, that is exactly what eyewear does for your eyes. So another way, if you do get tired of changing a frame to a sunglass, I also heard them saying that I need to put that extra effort, extra money to buy a sunglass which has number in it. So to avoid that, one is of course the new clip-on facility that has come in, but another easier option is photochromic lenses.
Yeah.
So basically, as soon as you step out, the lens identifies how much UV exposure is there and starts tinting your lenses to make it more covered and give that sunglass color onto your lenses. So basically it protects your eye either way, and you don't have to keep changing your frame or sunglass every now and then. So I think that would be a great option for anyone looking for more convenience around all of this.
So like in sunglasses, there will be a lot of, is there any kind of a shades or is there any kind of different styles which people ask recently, and is there any different change in sunglasses? Like you said, like according to the this thing, I'm asking about the frames part.
Okay.
Like what type of frames and what type of price ranges are most suitable for a lot of people?
For sunglasses, we do see women going for a lot of new shapes, for bigger frames that have become a statement today. For men, it's always been very classic.
Okay.
So lot of guys come asking either for Ray-Bans, and people who stick to Ray-Bans, I think always stick to Ray-Bans.
Why that? Because even I heard a lot of men using Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
So why?
So Ray-Ban is a very classic frame. They've always kept their brand, stature, design in place. They come up with different sort of colors and lenses, but they don't experiment a lot. And once the entire aviator shape was created by Ray-Ban, and the entire hype that they created around it. So I think if you look, Ray-Ban is more synonymous with aviators. Like I would go and just ask that, okay, can I get an aviator? Then the first sunglass I would show you is Ray-Ban.
Okay.
And it's also very budget friendly, because it comes in that 10 to 12,000 sweet spot, so you are not even spending a lot. You can buy a new Ray-Ban at least once a year easily for every single
And
trip.
what's the consumption pattern in the sunglasses have been changed over the decades?
We do see people buying more of sunglasses nowadays, because earlier it was as Srikar also mentioned that we find it very difficult to wear the sunglasses if I'm buying one, so why should I spend money on that? But now people are getting more conscious about their eyes. They do wear sunglasses while driving, so you would want one just in your car, you would want one for your holiday, so you have different purposes. Now people wear sunglasses to parties and also in day wear. So I think that myth has now been changed.
Okay.
So I do see that trend
Okay.
coming.
For him, the performance, for him, comfort.
Okay.
So if you want to break something, the performance, like appearance, not the performance part. Like for him, the appearance part matters a lot. For him, the comfort part matters a lot. And one thing Srikar interestingly said, like if you get the same features in a local brand, he would go for it.
Correct.
Even he convinced in the same part. Is there any difference between luxury brands, the features, and the normal local retail features?
100%. So the quality of the frame, which frame or basically your temple, your sides.
But he
which
said you can
you
get it
see,
in the local retailer.
You do not get it because the manufacturers are different.
Okay.
So we have yet not been able to, as manufacturers ourselves for so many years, we have seen the sort of quality we see in these frames, and I don't think Indian manufacturers have been able to create the same sort of acetate frames.
Quality.
Yeah, which Italian manufacturers have been able to. The designs are also extremely unique, which is why I think, like, say when Shivang started wearing luxury, he would just not like if I would show him any local brand because they do not capture the same essence in styling. Of course, you can get something in an affordable range which is very similar to your branded one, but it will not capture the same quality aspect of things.
What do you think, Srikar?
Yeah.
Like, how do you measure that quality aspect? Like,
Yeah,
how?
give them their note so that they can measure the quality.
Yeah, because it's not a rugged application, it's a smooth application wearing on the face, and weight is somewhat you can feel it, and color is somewhat you can see it, and what are the other aspects you would see in a frame for the quality?
So one is durability, then second is scratch resistance. So
Yeah.
that also helps you identify.
That's
Third is the
interesting part.
weight of the frame. So like he is wearing an off-white frame which is a little heavier in weight.
Yeah.
Gucci frames are a little heavier in weight. But there is a very interesting brand, Marcus T, which is only 5 grams in weight. It's again a luxury eyewear brand. So it's not true that you
So
don't
do you look at weight, like the weight you look at it, how you both spoke about lightweight part,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so the weight she is mentioning comes to you.
Right,
Like, do you
right.
ask weight while you are buying?
We don't ask it specifically,
No.
but we try it on
You
and see.
feel
Yeah,
You feel it.
Yeah.
we want to ask
Do they
specifically.
mention any weight while like they are selling, like it's low weight?
If it's specifically, generally acetate frames are heavier in weight. Metal is a little lighter. Plastic is
Do brands
lightest.
communicate it while they are saying?
Not really, but if say for example someone is coming, we actually identify the first thing when a customer is coming, what does the person need the frame for or the sunglass for. People come and look for style, but I think from a seller's perspective, we identify what is the functionality of the
Person,
use case
the consumer,
basically.
okay.
Yeah, and that's how we identify. So for example, if you are coming and asking me purely for work purpose, for laptop, I would say a Mont Blanc would be great as an option for you because it's extremely classy as well, also very reasonable. It's around 15,000, not extremely expensive, and light in weight as well. So it fits all the buckets.
Okay.
People generally come in, they start trying, they start seeing different styles, and then they forget what purpose they came in with. So to try and break that sort of notion, we try to channelize their thinking by asking them what do you need it for, and then help them out accordingly.
So here you gave one takeaway is like the scratch resistance, and the other one.
Scratch resistance, the weight, the quality.
So
how
they can ask whenever Srikar is going, even like
Correct.
Shivang, scratch resistance and the weight. That can be
Durability.
the takeaway from them,
Yes.
which requires their requirement, right?
Correct.
Which gonna fulfill your requirement.
Wait, how can we ask? Because we do
You
not
can
have
try
a
it out.
benchmark in the mind to ask them. Like, because for the phone we have somewhere around 108 grams, 110 grams, something like that. But specs we do not have a definite
You
benchmark.
feel it, right? Like you
Feeling
feel it.
only, like there is no numerical thing to.
So you can ask for more of plastic frames. As I mentioned,
yeah.
acetate frames are heavier and plastic frames are lighter. And now a lot of brands are coming up with a mix of those to reduce the weight.
Exactly.
Luxottica is coming up with a lot of more focus on plastic and lighter frames. So we do see that shift happening on the manufacturing side of things.
Do you want to suggest one brand for both of them, which fits both of the requirement? What one? Which one do you suggest?
I think Ray-Ban, because it's in that middle price range segment, which is very important to a customer. It also has very good quality and is versatile. So yeah.
Will you buy the Ray-Ban one?
I might not, because as you only said, like Ray-Bans have become the go-to sunglasses for a lot of people. So the aspect of exclusivity is gone with Ray-Bans. So I might not buy Ray-Bans.
Okay. Here?
I think I'll go with it. Like, I still like the Ray-Ban, like the kind of comfort and kind of position it has in the market is still relevant. It diluted, but that doesn't not much of a factor to me whether to go to the market. Like, I think I'll go with Ray-Ban.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.